Let's talk about what it means to have good grammar. I've never heard of anyone who looks at grammar in this way. So, personally, I look at grammar in two big dimensions. Dimension number one is called accuracy. Accuracy is essentially comparing the number of mistakes you make when you talk or write and compare it to the number of words you said. So, for example, if I said 100 words and I made 10 mistakes, well, that would be a 90% grammatical accuracy. Why? Well, because 10 out of the 100 words I said were wrong. That's a 10% margin of error. Therefore, I was 90% correct. So that's the first big dimension. Just how many words do you say, or you could also do so in writing, frankly, and dimension. The other dimension to look at applies to many languages, although not all languages, as you would look at how many tenses do you use? Do you just talk in the present tense? Do you talk in the past and the present? Is it the past, present, future? Is it past, present, future, and conditional? Is it what is it? And so those two dimensions are the two big dimensions that I look at. And that's been very helpful. In fact, this is probably the most important part of this video today. When you understand that those are primarily the two big dimensions that I see as of today for grammar, once you understand that, it allows you to make progress faster. See, most people don't prioritize when they're doing grammar study. They don't prioritize. What they do instead is they try to memorize all the rules. They try to review everything. They try to cram all the knowledge into their brain. But see, once you realize it's mostly about the errors you're making and the tenses you use, well, now it allows you to prioritize. If most of the mistakes you make are because you only know one tense, and therefore you're making all these mistakes because you just don't know the tenses, well, by learning one additional tense, you might boost your overall grammatical accuracy by like 20%. That's huge. And all of a sudden, that will indicate to you that your main priority should be to learn one additional tense. Or another time, I was actually teaching a class where the individual is making a ton of mistakes, all with the present tense conjugation of the he and she verbs. So as a Spanish student, and él and ella, those are the two, the words for he and she, he was making tons of mistakes with él and ella over and over and over. So just by addressing that, I think instantly it was something like one class, I think, his grammatical accuracy improved by 4%. Think about that, a 4% improvement in one class because we targeted the biggest and most frequent errors that he was making first. We prioritized the grammar study to get the most possible impact. So, hope you found this video helpful. If you like to learn languages with a very logical, data-based, statistic-based, quantitative approach to learning languages, if you like that, please reach out. That's how we approach teaching languages. Go to my website. It's azrenthelanguagenerd.com. Link is in the episode description box. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.